I never planned to get revenge. I just wanted to work, get paid, and pay my bills. But when my boss fired me for being 10 minutes late, I made sure he'd regret it for the rest of his life. I used to work at a small company called Dalton Event Rentals. We handled weddings, parties, and business events, things like tents, tables, decorations, and sound systems. My boss, Mark Dalton, was one of those people who pretends to be friendly, but is actually a total control freak. He always said, "This company is like a family," but what he really meant was, "You'll work overtime and never complain." I was the operations manager. I handled bookings, deliveries, and schedules. Basically, I was the one who made sure everything actually worked, while Mark just smiled for the clients. I worked there for almost 3 years. No major problems, always on time, always reliable. Until one stupid morning changed everything. That morning, my car broke down 3 blocks from my house. I called Mark right away and told him I'd be a little late, 10 minutes at most. He didn't say much on the phone, just a cold, "Don't bother coming in." I thought he was joking. But when I got home, I saw an email from him. "Due to repeated lateness, we are terminating your employment effective immediately." Repeated lateness? I was never late before. I'd stayed late plenty of nights for his screw-ups. No warning, no discussion, just fired. It felt like someone punched me in the stomach. I was living paycheck to paycheck, helping my mom with medical bills, and trying to save for my own place. I gave this man everything, weekends, holidays, and sleep, and he fired me over 10 minutes. That's when I started remembering all the shady things he'd done, things that could easily destroy him if people found out. See, Mark ran his business like a scam artist. He reused broken tents instead of fixing them. He lied to clients about prices. He made us work unsafe shifts and then blamed us when things went wrong. I had proof. Emails, photos, text messages, everything. At first, I didn't plan to do anything. I was angry, but I thought I'd just move on. But then 1 week later, he had the nerve to call me. He said, "Hey, I know you're not working here anymore, but could you help with a big event this weekend? I'll pay cash." This man fired me and then wanted me to save his event for free. That was it. That was the moment I decided, fine, you want to play dirty? Let's play. I spent the next few weeks organizing everything I had on him. Pictures of unsafe equipment he refused to replace, emails where he told me to ignore client complaints, invoices that didn't match what clients were charged, messages from staff saying their paychecks were late. I gathered everything into one neat file and sent it to 3 people: a local reporter who covers small business scandals, a city safety inspector I'd met at an event, and a few former clients who'd been ripped off by him. The reporter called me 2 days later. She said she'd been hearing rumors about Mark's company for a while, and my evidence was exactly what she needed. A week later, the story went public. Headline: Local event company under investigation for unsafe equipment and unpaid staff. The article had quotes from clients, photos I provided, and proof that the company had broken several safety rules. It spread like wildfire. Then the city inspector stepped in. He checked the warehouse and found damaged tent frames, bad wiring, and missing safety permits. Within a few days, the city shut the business down until further notice. Mark's phone must have exploded. Clients started demanding refunds, staff started quitting, and upcoming events were canceled left and right. For a man who loved to look professional, his empire was falling apart faster than a cheap tent in the wind. Mark tried everything to save his company. He blamed disgruntled ex-employees. He even sent me a text that said, "You don't know what you've done. Please talk to me." I ignored him. For months, his business limped along, clients posted bad reviews, venues refused to work with him, other event companies took his contracts. Eventually, the story died down, but his reputation didn't recover. He went from being the local event guy to the guy who got caught cutting corners. Meanwhile, I got a new job at a bigger company, better pay, and an actual HR department. The new boss said he admired my honesty and management skills. Guess what? I actually enjoy my job now. As for Mark, I heard he had to sell some of his equipment to cover fines and debts. The warehouse is still open, but smaller, quieter. Karma did the rest. Sometimes I think about that morning, how I sat in my car panicking over being 10 minutes late. If only he had shown a little understanding, things could have been different, but he didn't. He fired me to feel powerful. And in the end, that power was exactly what cost him everything. I didn't lie, I didn't break any laws, I just told the truth. And the truth destroyed him. Do I regret it? Not for a second. Justice was finally served.